All right, quick workshop update. As you can see behind me, we've got our sort of offie display started. We're going to keep adding products. I'm already looking at slant six, rocker covers, valve covers, and a few little bits and pieces, and that sort of thing. So let's turn the camera around, get my ugly mug off it, and go and have a look through the workshop. All right. So Craig's been working on the 32 Coupe. We've started doing the this will be all for seatbelt mounts and all that sort of stuff. And bracing just around the back of the cab there, so we can for the seatbelt mounts and that sort of thing. I'm going to come back to the 34 Chev and do a bit more, so let's not worry about that. Mike's big Buick. We have the engineer coming out Tuesday to have a look. The Jeep. We did a little bit this week. We're starting to get the floor sorted. And of course the blue car, as you remember, we took it across, if you watched other videos, for inspection. So we're pretty much done with the stuff. All we're doing now is we've got one door handle that's a bit dicky, so we're going to replace that, and the left-hand side glass. All the other things we've already fixed, which wasn't very much really. You know, just a couple of washers and bits and pieces. We had to move the brake pedal, the wiper arms are on, and everything's working there. So yeah, let's talk about the upcoming project, which is the 34 Chev Coupe. All right, this 34 Chev, if you've been at the shop or you've been watching videos, you've seen this was on display in our little showroom sort of thing. But now, because the blue extend cab pickup is just about ready, we're just about done, it's time to start. So I don't know, I'm going to stick my eyes on and start taking stuff off, because basically our customer bought this as an unfinished project. It was had a supercharged 440 in it from memory. They've decided to go a different way, and they're going to go with an LS1 6-litre turbo 400. So obviously we're changing some bits and pieces. What I'm going to do today, the aim is to basically, I'll take the headlights off, radiator, and all that sort of stuff. Try and get it ready so that then in the next few days we can have a look at the chassis, work out what we need to modify to change the engine mounts from the old 440. If I can get these out, there we go. I'll pick that up. But yeah, it should be a good little project. And as with everyone else's things, that when they're working on cars at home, where has that rolled? God only knows. I guess I'll find that one a bit later on. But yeah, we're going to get into it. I'll have a bit of a walk around, show you what it's all about, and yeah, over the next few months, this will be, you know, like I say, the 6-litre that's been carbied, turbo 400. We're going to change the column and the steering, work out exhaust. It's Tirana front end, Jag rear. Yeah, a bit of detail stuff with a few things we're going to change. Should be a good little project. All right, as you can see, so apparently this was a fibre Chev body. I think they're a 3-inch shop. Hopefully you can see there's a whole swag of gauges in there, but we are going to change that and make that a little bit cleaner. I think those seats are what we're going to use. I'm even maybe trying to convince Peter to keep the Craigar wheels. Obviously the chrome's gone, but I'm thinking that maybe what we could do, because there were a big set of wheels on the back and they kind of look pretty tough, I thought maybe they'd work if we painted them in like a gold or a bronze, and sort of give them that, maybe, I don't know, we might have to play with it a little bit. But it's already got a fuel tank fitted, so that works. Now, yes, there's lots of tail lights along the back. They're coming out, so we're going to take all them out. That might even be a job tomorrow. I can take them out, and we'll do something a little neater, maybe just something that's a little bit simpler, but exhaust run and a few things like that. So it should be a good little project. Well, while it is a little way along and there is stuff done, we do have to change some things as we go. All right, well, this is where we got to with the Chev, the 34 Chev. We've got the engine sitting there. That's where we think we're going to end up with the engine. We've ordered some mounts that'll go on the side, obviously down here. So we've ordered those. They are on the way, hopefully early next week. Transmission mount we're going to have to modify. We look like we've got plenty of room for thermofan and all that sort of stuff. We think what we're going to end up doing is only have an alternator on this, and we're going to go with an Astra power steering pump, an electric power steering pump, and possibly an electric aircon as well. That way the engine will try and then make it look more old school. Obviously it's going to have a carby. I said headers, I think we're going to run full bonnet on this car. And the other thing that we did, it's a bit hard to tell, but maybe from the earlier video to this one, we've taken a bit out of the front springs because they were super heavy duty. It was sitting really high and it didn't move. So we took a little bit out of the springs, and that seems to sit much better. So yeah, it's underway. Things are happening. Stay tuned.